The movie opens with a sudden nuclear explosion that shakes the world and signals the beginning of a global crisis. Tension between China and the United States has already escalated for months. The situation surrounding Taiwan has spiraled out of control after the new presidential election. The White House decides to break all negotiations with China regarding Taiwan and issues strong warnings about the possibility of a worldwide conflict. Fear spreads quickly as both nations move closer to war. Borders tighten and communication breaks down. China begins targeting Washington by cutting off talks with military and regional commanders. Leaders refuse to solve the issue through dialogue. The United States worries that misunderstandings and miscalculations could trigger something far worse. Every decision now feels dangerous and uncertain. As the conflict intensifies, daily life begins to change. Stores face severe shortages because people rush to stockpile supplies for an unknown future. Shelves empty within hours. Many shops limit the number of essential items each customer can buy. In California, a large vigil is held where crowds gather to pray and show support for both countries. The atmosphere is heavy with fear and hope at the same time. After long discussions, Congress officially issued a nuclear warning. Soon after, China cuts off all communication with the outside world. The silence feels threatening. A man named Knox drives alone while listening to the news on the radio. The constant reports distract him, and his thoughts race. Suddenly, his car crashes into a group of gangsters. He steps out and finds himself surrounded. 3 men approach him. One is called Dog, another is Wolf, and the third is Wrench. Their presence feels dangerous and tense. Meanwhile, on the other side of the city, a man named Noah hears the same news. He understands how serious the conflict has become, and worry fills his mind. His wife stays calm and comforts him. She reminds him that the military will handle the situation because it is their duty. She tells him to focus only on survival and protecting their home. On the other side of the street, the gangsters surround Knox and warn him to be careful. Their tone is threatening but controlled. After a tense moment, they decide to let him go. However, their leader, Dog, he quietly tells Wolf and Wrench to keep an eye on that man. Meanwhile, at home, Noah, his wife, and Kai learn that the situation is getting worse. Martial law becomes stricter with every passing hour. Authorities advise everyone to stay inside their homes, and the freeways are blocked. Checkpoints appear across the city. Inside a van, an old man named Atticus Reed, an ex-military soldier turned ex-con, listens carefully to the radio. Beside him sits his wife, Aisha. The news reports that offline crypto systems are collapsing. Atticus immediately tells her to get the ledger drive because they believe it holds great value and power. To them, it is worth more than money. At the warehouse, Knox arrives where Noah, Ella, and Kai wait for him to return. He comes in drunk and unstable, and Noah quickly moves to help him and tries to sober him up. Back in the van, Atticus explains that the small USB contains highly valuable data, worth nearly $12 million. He already has a map of the warehouse where the device is hidden. He instructs his companion Liam to handle everything else and make sure there are no cameras so nobody sees them. Aisha questions why he still worries about cameras when the world feels close to ending, but Atticus calmly replies that rumors do not mean the world is over, and he wants to stay careful. A man returns with a hamburger and hands it to Atticus. Atticus warns him not to be loud or attract suspicion, and tells him to go to the warehouse and wait for them. The man is Aisha's stepbrother. Atticus does not like him, but he brings him along for her sake. Tension slowly builds as every move feels risky. Inside the warehouse, Noah and Ella hear the news playing in the background. The broadcast tells everyone to stay safe, stay inside, and secure their homes so that no robberies can occur. The warning says a missile attack may begin at any moment. The tension rises, and they start thinking about how to protect themselves. Meanwhile, Knox lies beside them and simply falls asleep. His careless attitude irritates Kai. She does not understand why Noah is always with this man. Noah calmly explains that Knox is a good person who has gone through many hard times. He tells her about their past. During their time in the military, Noah, Knox, and a third man named William served together in the 19th Special Forces Group. William is Noah's best friend. During a mission, William dies while performing his duty. Before his death, William's widow made Noah promise to always take care of Knox. That promise is the reason Noah never leaves him. As Ty listens to the story, the lights suddenly go out. Darkness fills the warehouse, and they all feel scared. The Wi-Fi stops working, and they realize they must save their phone batteries. Noah tells Ella and Kai to find a battery radio so they can stay connected to the news. Ella and Kai go to the tool storeroom and start searching. After a few minutes, Kai finds the radio. Meanwhile, Noah walks into the garage and notices a van pulling over. Atticus and Aisha step out. They look confused when they see Noah and wonder if they have come to the right address. Liam and Aisha's stepbrother follows them. Atticus tries to stay calm. He approaches Noah and says he only wants to enter the warehouse to find a USB that contains pictures of his son. He claims his wife wants those memories because they are precious. While they talk, Ella comes from behind, and both she and Noah begin asking questions, suspicious of the story. On the other side, Dog, Wrench, and Wolf prepare to head toward the warehouse. The news continues to warn people to stay indoors and remain alert. It reports emergencies and possible nuclear explosions and gives safety instructions. However, many people ignore the warnings. They keep playing and partying outside, believing the military will handle everything. Meanwhile, inside the warehouse, Noah refuses to let Atticus and his group enter. He stands firmly at the door and says, "There is nothing inside." Sai watches everything from behind and quietly moves to wake Knox up. As Noah continues to block the entrance, Atticus suddenly pulls out a gun. Liam grabs Ella and holds her tight. The calm moment turns into chaos. Knox rushes forward as soon as he understands what is happening. Ella, Kai, and Knox fight back against Atticus, Liam, and Aisha's stepbrother. At the same time, a nuclear emergency alert echoes across the city. Sirens wail loudly. Missiles streak across the sky, visible like burning lines above the clouds. People outside see them and panic. They run for their lives, screaming and searching for shelter. The fight inside continues, but suddenly a massive explosion shakes the ground. The blast wave hits everything around them. The sound is deafening. Everyone freezes for a moment in shock. Using the confusion, Noah, Kai, Knox, and Ella rush back inside the warehouse and shut the doors. Meanwhile, Atticus quickly runs back to the van for cover. The nuclear explosion leaves the entire city shattered. Buildings crack, windows break. After the blast, Atticus steps out of the van, struggling to stand. His body shakes, but anger keeps him moving. Inside the warehouse, Knox is badly injured. Blood stains his clothes, and his breathing grows weak. Kai kneels beside him, holding his hand. Knox speaks softly and tells her to stay safe and survive no matter what happens. Tears fall down her face as she says goodbye. After a few moments, Knox closes his eyes and dies. Noah is also injured. Ella helps him stand and supports him as they walk. Together, they go to Ty and see Knox lying still. The sight breaks them, but they know they must stay strong and keep going. Outside, Atticus loses control in anger. He grabs a cutter and attacks Aisha's stepbrother, killing him brutally. Then he notices the warehouse door is slightly open and walks inside with Aisha. At the same time, the gangsters arrive near the warehouse. They see Knox's car parked outside and realize he is there. Inside, Atticus meets Noah and quickly overpowers him, putting chains on him while holding a gun. Noah becomes unconscious. Ella and Kai prepare themselves in the tool storeroom. They wear protective jackets and grab weapons. While searching, Kai finds a USB and quietly slips it into her pocket. Hearing a noise, Ella steps out with a gun and sees Atticus and Aisha. She notices Noah chained and helpless. She points her gun at Atticus, while Atticus points his gun at Noah. He tells her to lower the weapon and talk calmly. He says they are all trapped in the same situation and should work together to survive. He claims he only wants the USB and could have killed Noah earlier, but did not. Aisha pleads with both sides to stay calm and lower their weapons. Suddenly, sounds come from outside. Ella warns Atticus that the gangsters have arrived. Realizing the danger, they decide to unite and fight together. Atticus tells Ella to take Aisha inside while he carries Noah. They move toward a safer place, preparing for what comes next. The gangsters, Dog, Wrench, and Wolf, enter the warehouse with force. Dog speaks aggressively to Wrench, ordering him to follow every command and not hesitate. They break inside, and the fight begins instantly. Ella clashes with Dog. They struggle and fall against the crates. The dog grabs her throat tightly and tries to choke her. He is her former military partner and once had feelings for her, but she rejects him and chooses Noah. The rejection fills him with anger, and now he wants revenge. Ella fights back with all her strength. Dog collapses and dies. Meanwhile, Wrench grabs Kai and holds her hostage. Atticus tries to save her, but he gets badly injured. Ella runs in with a gun and orders Wrench to stop, but he refuses. Noah joins her. In the struggle, Ella uses a blade and stabs Wrench, ending the fight. When the chaos settles, Noah survives, but Atticus and his wife Aisha lie dead beside each other. The fight is over. Ella, Kai, and Noah escape together. Kai gives Ella the USB she finds earlier. Ella looks at it, then throws it into the fire, knowing that lives matter more than data. The film ends there.